Dragon Goddess Puna story. The story goes that in a certain tribe on the Tuamotu archipelago in the South Pacific there was a chief named Puna. One day he went surfing, but didn't find a place he liked, when he suddenly met a beautiful girl named Kihawahine. She offered to show him an ideal place, and so dragged Puna straight to a remote, deserted island with no one in sight. Here, Kihawahine imprisoned Puna and forced him to marry him. Puna initially refused because he had a wife at home, but eventually agreed out of fear. After a long time living as a prisoner in a cave, Puna was finally sent by his wife to the beach to get some fresh air. Here, he was lucky enough to meet Hanol, his brother-in-law with magical abilities. Puna quickly told Hanol the situation. After listening, Hanol guessed that Kihawahine was a dragon-turned-man, Mo-ho, so he told Puna to sneak back home to Peak, and also told him a plan to escape. Tiptoeing back to the cave, Puna was horrified to see Kihawahine's true form as a terrifying giant dragon. The guy immediately switched to applying the plan that Hanol showed him: pretend to be sick, then ask his wife to go get a bottle of water from the high mountains to treat his illness. The pot Puna gave Kihawahine had a small hole punched in the bottom, so after a while of scooping, the pot ran out of water. Puna took advantage of the opportunity, took a boat and ran to Hawaii Island to ask the volcano goddess Pele for help. Kihawahine discovered that Puna had run away, calling the dragons to chase him to Hawaii Island. But just as they were about to attack, they called up a giant pillar of fire, chasing away the dragons. Puna then returned to his family and reunited with his wife. Kihawahine couldn't catch Puna, so he immediately guessed that Hanol was a tipster, so he went back to find him to question him. But Hanol knew the situation would be bad, so he turned into a Hinalea fish and dived into the sea. Later, Kihawahine set a trap for Hanol, but in the end spared Hanol's life, in exchange for Hanol having to live his whole life as a fish. Thank you for joining us for today's fairy tale. We hope these stories bring joy and meaning to your day. If you love our channel, please hit the subscribe button so you won't miss any exciting tales. Wishing you a good night and sweet dreams. See you in the next story.